Payment terms are a critical part of any sourcing deal. In this video, we will talk about how to negotiate payment terms with Vietnamese manufacturers. You would learn about common payment structures, strategies to secure favorable terms, and red flags to avoid. Let's dive in. Common payment terms in Vietnam. First, let's look at the standard terms you encounter in Vietnam. The most common is a 30-70 structure, where you pay 30% upfront as a deposit and 70% before shipment. Another option is 50-50, which is often used for custom or high-risk orders. Open account terms like net 30 days are rare, unless you have built a long-term relationship with the manufacturer. Lastly, there's a letter of credit (LC), typically used for large orders. It ensures payment security for both parties. Manufacturers in Vietnam are generally prefer upfront deposits to cover material costs and may hesitate to extend credit terms, especially for new buyers. Preparation before negotiation. Preparation is key to successful negotiations. Start by researching the manufacturer's background. Check their reliability through references or third-party reviews. Understand their cash flow needs and typical payment practices. Next, understand your own position. Know the value of your order and how much leverage it provides. Be ready to counter their terms with proposals that work for you. Strategies for negotiating payment terms. Here are some effective strategies for negotiating payment terms. Start with trust building. Manufacturers in Vietnam value trust. Build it through clear communication, timely responses, and visiting the factory if possible. Propose a win-win structure instead of the typical 30-70 split. You could suggest a 40-60 payment plan to allow for more flexibility on deadlines. Leverage larger or repeat orders. Use higher order volumes or repeat business as bargaining chips to request better terms, like smaller deposits or extended payment windows. Use secure payment instruments. A letter of credit or escrow service can bridge trust gaps. These options ensure the manufacturer gets paid and minimize your risk. Set milestone payments for larger orders. Divide payments into milestones. For example, 20% deposit, 40% after production, and 40% after final inspection. Emphasize long-term relationships. Manufacturers are more flexible if they see potential for a lasting partnership. Highlight your commitment to future orders. Red flags to watch for. When negotiating, keep an eye out for these red flags. Unusually high deposit requests. Anything above 50% upfront might signal cash flow issues. Pressure to pay in full before production. This is risky unless you have worked with the manufacturer before and fully trust them. Reluctant to discuss payment terms. If a manufacturer isn't open to negotiation, it could be a sign of inexperience or financial trouble. Final tips for successful negotiations. Always document payment terms in a formal agreement or contract. Use third-party inspection services to verify quality before releasing the final payment. Approach negotiation politely and with cultural sensitivity. In Vietnam, relationships are just as important as the deal itself. To wrap up, successful negotiation of payment terms is all about balance, finding a solution that protects your interests while meeting the needs of the manufacturer. If you're looking for expert guidance in sourcing and negotiating with Vietnamese manufacturers, Vietnam B2B is here to support you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your questions in the comments.